Tears on her knees, Mina sat on the edge of the bed in the children's room, hugging her knees. Tears rolled down her cheeks, blending with exhaustion and fear. Her son, June, had failed another math test, and her younger daughter, Lisa, refused to go to school because of classmates' bullying. "God, please help me," she whispered. "Don't let them lose faith in themselves. Don't let me fall apart." Mina's husband was away on a business trip. It felt like the whole world had turned its back on her. But deep in her heart, she still felt the warmth of God's love and a quiet, persistent certainty that her prayers would be heard. At work, Mina faced injustice. Her boss accused her of a mistake she hadn't made. Her heart clenched in despair. "It's not fair," she cried out. "Sit down, calm down," her co-worker's son, he said softly. "God sees everything." Mina nodded, trying to steady her breathing. She remembered her grandmother's words, "Tears shed on your knees never go to waste. They reach straight to the heart of God." That evening, as Mina walked home, she met an old acquaintance, Inho, a man who had once hurt her deeply. He smiled as if nothing had happened and spoke about a new project, a school for children. Mina felt resistance rise within her, but she heard a quiet whisper in her heart. Forgiveness is the path to freedom. She nodded and agreed to meet with him. That night, Mina knelt beside her children's beds, praying quietly for their health, success, and protection. "Lord, if you hear my tears, give them strength and faith," she whispered. Her prayer was sincere. Tears flowed again, but this time her heart felt a strange warmth. The next day, June surprised her. He sat down to study by himself. "Mom, I want to solve this problem on my own," he said. Mina barely held back tears of joy. It was a small miracle, an answer to her prayer. Later that day, her old friend Una called and offered to help find a tutor for the kids. Mina was astonished. Help had come just when she'd felt most lost. "God sends people at the right time," she whispered to herself. But trials didn't end there. Her husband sent a troubling message about financial problems. Mina's heart sank. Everything seemed to depend on her faith and her prayers now. "Lord, give me wisdom," she whispered once again. At work, he tried to blame her for her own mistakes. But Mina had already learned to see God's hand in everything. She didn't respond with anger. "God sees the truth," she told herself. "Justice will come." Soon, June won a math competition, and Lisa made new friends who stood by her. "Mama, I did it." Lisa cried with joy. "No," Mina thought, smiling. "You did it, Lord. You give strength to children." Then Mina's mother fell ill. Fear squeezed her heart, but Mina once again fell to her knees in prayer. She knew that tears on her knees were not weakness but strength, a connection to God. Inho came back into Mina's life with another proposal, to work together on a children's project. This time, Mina was stronger. She forgave him but set her own conditions. "Lord, lead me so that I don't sin or let lies into my heart," she prayed. Mina managed to overcome the difficulties at work and home. She had learned to trust God and to see how even small prayers could change reality. "Every day, I feel you near me, Lord," she whispered. Her children began to share their fears and joys with her. She realized that prayer had changed their hearts. They became kinder, more attentive to one another. "Mom, thank you for praying for us," Lisa said, hugging her. Mina saw that her tears, her prayers, and her faith had transformed not only her children but herself. She had become more patient, wiser, and more aware of God's constant presence. "I see miracles, Lord, and it's all because of you," she said softly. That night, Mina knelt again, watching her sleeping children. She remembered every tear, every fear, every prayer, and she knew none of it had been in vain. God had done the impossible. Her children had found faith and strength, and she had found peace in her heart. Thank you, Lord, for every day, for every tear. You are always near, she whispered, closing her eyes in peace that once seemed unreachable. Months passed. The children grew, and new challenges came. June worried about his upcoming exams, and Lisa faced unkindness from older kids in her club. Mina prayed again, Lord, help them keep their faith. Protect them from pain and injustice. Her prayer this time was calm and confident. Experience had taught her to trust even when life was uncertain. At school, June's math teacher invited him to join the regional competition. At first, he was afraid of the responsibility, but Mina told him gently, June, God gave you this mind. Don't be afraid to use his gift. He agreed, and that small step of faith led to a great opportunity. Mina saw God working through mentors and people around them. Lisa faced a cruel rumor that could have ruined her reputation in the club. Mina told her, Don't respond with anger. Trust God. His truth and your actions will speak louder than lies. Her daughter listened, and soon the truth came out. The children learned to trust God not just in prayer, but in everyday life. Inho reappeared, asking Mina for forgiveness for his past mistakes. I was blind, Mina. Now I see how much faith and family mean, he said. Mina smiled softly. Forgiveness is God's gift, not my feeling. Let him work in your heart. Her mother's health worsened, and doctors predicted a difficult recovery. Mina prayed with all her heart, Lord, give her life and strength, if it is your will. A week later, her mother's condition suddenly improved, leaving doctors amazed. Mina knew it was another answer to her prayers, the tears shed on her knees. At work, Mina once again faced injustice, but she didn't react emotionally. Lord, let justice come through you, she prayed. Soon her boss admitted the mistake, and Mina was thanked for her honesty and patience. She realized that forgiveness and prayer are not weakness, they are strength. June won the Math Olympiad, and Lisa received a prize for her school project. Mina watched her children proudly and whispered, Lord, thank you for every day you've been near. Her life had changed, not only through the miracles for her children, but through her own transformation. She began helping other mothers in need. If my tears and prayers can help even one child, that will be my gift to God, she thought. One day, her husband faced new financial trouble, but Mina already knew what to do. Lord, you have shown us the way before. Show it again. And the answer came. Family friends offered a project that brought stability and restored peace. Late that night, Mina knelt by her children's beds once more. I see miracles, Lord. You've made the impossible possible, she whispered. She understood that her tears were not just emotion. They were trust, faith, and the channel of God's grace. June grew up and prepared for university. Fear crept in. Mom, what if I fail? He asked. June, every step you take is in God's hands. He's with you, even when you can't see the way, Mina said, hugging him. At his exams, June felt peace and confidence, and his results exceeded expectations. He realized his mother's prayers followed him everywhere. Lisa, now a teenager, faced betrayal from a friend. Mina reminded her gently, Forgiveness sets you free. Let God work in your heart. Lisa forgave, and soon found true friends who supported her. Her husband's new project brought challenges and stress, but Mina prayed, Lord, give us patience and love to stay united. The project succeeded, and their family grew even stronger. Old family friends asked for help during their own hardship. Though tired, Mina felt the quiet voice. Do it for me. Helping them brought unexpected joy and deeper faith to her and her family. At the end, Mina knelt once more in the children's room, watching her sleeping kids. Tears rolled down her cheeks, not of fear, but of gratitude. "Thank you, Lord, for every day, every trial, and every joy, for letting my children and me see your hand in our lives," she whispered. Mina knew now. Tears on her knees were not weakness but strength, faith, and the path to miracles that never end.